Now, Miller, you didn't express any concerns about him. This guy is a constant red flag for us in the media. He was the author of the Muslim travel ban. He has argued a lot of things that seem jingoistic and prejudiced about how he feels about who's coming into the country. Do people have him wrong?
I don't know. You make up your own mind. I know the policy that the Trump administration tried to implement was there were countries on the watch list that had no regulation over terrorists, and they didn't want people from those countries infiltrating into America. That doesn't sound too jingoistic to me. It sounds like a national security play. I wrote a book on this, Killing the Killers. And the Trump administration was very effective in dismantling the Islamic Jihad. Very effective. So if you're going to throw Miller up as some kind of kook, I'm going to say no. You may disagree with the way he goes about it, but he is a fairly sophisticated thinker. And I haven't seen anything that Stephen Miller has done that causes me concern. That being said, everybody should understand what's going to happen now. So there isn't going to be unsupervised immigration any longer. There isn't going to be the reason that that Hegseth was chosen as defense secretary is not for strategy. All right, he's not going to do that. Marco Rubio will do that with Trump and the national security team. Hegseth's going to watch the generals because Trump got so burned by them, and he's so angry that he wants, it's a watchdog play with Pete Hegseth, okay? And he's a very loyal guy to Trump. So you have to understand it's a top-down on Trump. Trump is going to run everything, and he wants eyes and ears in all of these areas reporting back to him. That's how this country is going to be run.
The only pushback I have is that you're right. It wound up being a tailored list of countries, but that wasn't Miller's original intention. It was a Muslim ban originally, and it was open in terms of which countries. Eventually, they had to compromise on it.
I'd have to see the documentation of that. You may be right, but I haven't seen documentation. If you can find a soundbite where he said that, I know you can't do it instantaneously.
No, it was the original proposal.
But go ahead.
The original proposal was open-ended.
Well, that's the proposal that was rolled out.
Right. Right, and then it was modified. But with Hegseth, you're saying this all as if it's all okay. We're not used to hearing that people have assembled a cabinet that is to be basically their spy network on everybody in the agencies, and they're not really running anything. It's all just one guy and his couple of people planning it. This will be unusual, will it not?
Well, not really. A lot of people don't like this governing style, that's for sure. The press is going wild already because they hate Trump. But Trump is going to run this administration the way he wants to. Franklin Delano Roosevelt did the same thing. He had his cadre all over the federal government watching people that might subvert what he wanted done. FDR was a very centralized president. And you didn't have a real aggressive media back then, but that was the Depression years and the World War II years. Roosevelt didn't brook much. You did it his way or you were out. He wouldn't even talk to Harry Truman, his vice president, because he didn't trust Truman. All right, so he isolated Truman totally. All right, that was FDR. So this isn't new. It's been done. Richard Nixon was paranoid, really paranoid. And he had his guys, Ehrlichman and Haldeman, watch every single thing that happened in the federal government, and I think you know that if you studied Watergate. So Trump is going to run it in a fashion that he got burned the first time, and those who burned him are not going to reappear in any way, shape, or form.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.